have been struggling to find like a normal study, you know, like time just because I'm in school this summer. I go full time like all year round, like take 6 classes all year round. And I had an infant last semester. So I have a newborn and doing this, and I want to test in October. So like very ridiculous, crazy like study time. But I'm here, I'm ready to work. So that's where I'm kind of at.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the newborn. You've got a lot on your plate and the LSAT on top of that, but we'll do everything we can to make it happen for you.
Yes, thank you.
Of course. Any particular challenges you're facing right now that I could support you on?
Not right now. So I did in the summer, like very early in the summer, maybe around June, I read, I think it's by Mike Kim. I don't know the exact book. It's like a black book.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
I read that book just to get a little familiarized. I did some of the practice. Like in each section, he has you like do a little bit of them, and then it shows you the answer after. I feel like the part that I struggled mostly, I mean, all the sections were kind of, it's like a new way of thinking. So all of them were kind of all over the place. But the one that I thought was the hardest was the logic games, just having to remember like the sequencing, doing the diagrams, like getting that in order. And I think I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do this in the time frame that I have? But also like repetition will be on my side if I continue to keep doing it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at.
Okay, cool. Yeah, repetition is key on logic games to help you see the patterns underlying the different game types, because game types repeat over time. It's the same thing again and again and again, just with different topics.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess my thing was I start school in I think like 2 weeks. I'm just about to end with summer like in a couple days. So I'm still in school right now. But I guess going forward, like what should my schedule look like if I'm wanting to test in October? And I guess also my other question, if you could answer it or if you even have the answer, my registration or I guess the application for the school that I want to go to opens on September 1st. And ideally, I did want to test in August because I plan on studying way before, but that wasn't the case, having a newborn and all that. So if I really study, would it be too far in advance to test in November? Because I know like with scholarships and all that, obviously money runs out. But I guess I do have to weigh my options. Like, do I want like a lower test score because it'll give me that time frame, or you think November's too late? That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I want to test in October because, you know, my situation, I would rather have a bigger scholarship, but then I might have a lower test score. So right now my GPA is 3.7 and the median to get in there is a 3. When I looked at it this year, it's a 3.1. So I feel like that's the only thing that's on my side if I do have a lower LSAT, and the median there is 151 last I looked, or 152.
Well, a 3.7 is a fantastic GPA that will definitely help you in the admissions process. And a 151 as a median, that's not that hard to beat. You could score way higher than that. And that combined with your GPA will get you a lot of scholarship money whenever you apply. So you might see old info out there about how applying at the very beginning of the cycle matters a lot. It matters a lot less than it used to. The cycle has gotten longer. So I would definitely recommend taking the LSAT a little bit later when you can get a higher score. You can still get the scholarship money taking it in November. Even taking it in January, you can still get scholarship money. And given everything you have going on, especially having a newborn, of course, I would like you to give yourself more time than just the 2 months between now and October. I'd like to help you maximize your chances of getting the highest possible score.
And I think the only thing is because I'm only applying to one university, because there's only one in San Antonio. And since I have a newborn, that's why I guess my opportunities are a little slimmer than others, you know, because I'm not applying all around Texas. So there's only one in San Antonio. So essentially, if I don't make it into this one, I'll have to wait for like next cycle.
That may be the case, but I would still recommend applying to some other schools in Texas, even if they're not your top choice, even if you can't really see yourself relocating outside of San Antonio, if for no other purpose than scholarship negotiation leverage.
Okay.
So look at some other schools, look at Baylor, look at Texas Tech U. There's a bunch of others as well. Look at them, apply to them, see what they offer. Then you can come back to the school in San Antonio and say, I'd love to go to you guys, but these other Texas schools offered me more. What can you do to work with me on this?
Okay, I get you. Okay. That I feel like answers the questions that I had.
Awesome. You also asked about what should your study plan be?
Oh, yes,
regarding
correct.
logic games and everything else. Check out the foundational section of the course.
Okay.
I've laid out there super detailed day-by-day study plans. So again, the foundational section of the course, I break down for you exactly what to do for every single section, every single question type, starting with the easiest order in games and working your way up from there. Of course, we also have the live classes every single week, including logic games. So make sure that you show up for those too and participate, ask questions.
Okay. Yes. And I know when I read through the introduction, the videos that you had, since I did get the free waiver, I do have access to the Prep Plus.
Yep. Perfect.
Yes, I can use those, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Use the Prep Plus because that gives you the prep test in the exact same format you'll see them on test day.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much it. All my questions, I guess I'm just like nervous. I'm doing it, but I'm doing it scared.
I hear you. Well, I mean, the LSAT's tough, so I get it, but you've also got a lot of great resources available to you to help you break it down just one day at a time. And you've got time to prep for this. I know you have obligations, but hopefully the discussion of the longer timeline doesn't have to just be October. It could be November, it could be January. That gives you some space to work on this.
So ideally, you would recommend me test in January. I guess I feel like if I set my mind to a month, I'm like, okay, there's no like bullshitting. Like I need to do this, like obligate myself where I need to. If that means staying up later, waking up early, I feel like that'll help my mind. So ideally, you would recommend me test in January.
The more time you have, the more space you have to get a top score. Obviously, we don't want to take years to get this done. We want to get out of the way and move on to law school. So just look at how many hours could you devote per day, per week. If you could do 10, 15 hours a week between now and November, that could be enough. So maybe you aim for November as your target with January as a backup. Okay. How does that sound to you?
Yes. Okay. That sounds good.
Awesome.
And I think that's it for my questions. I feel like you're very helpful.
Of course, my pleasure. I'm glad to help. I'm glad we got to meet. If you have any questions or need anything, just reach out. I'm happy to help.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.